Welcome everyone in the lecture 7 of Unit 5 Turing Machine, and in this lecture we will design Turing Machine for language L is equal to a raised to power n b raised to power n for some conditions, and condition may be n greater than equal to 1, n greater than equal to 2, n greater than equal to 0. We will try several conditions here, and as this language is very known to all of you, and we have already designed Turing machine for the language a raised to power n b raised to power n greater than equal to 0 by erasing the symbols from left corner and right corner. In this language there are equal number of a's followed by equal number of b's. So if we erase one a from left corner and one b from right corner, at the end everything should be erased. But in this lecture we are not going to erase the symbol. Instead of that, we will try to change the symbol small a by some other symbol, say capital A, or small b by some other symbol capital B, and we will try to find the benefits of it. Why we are not using blank here, we will get the answer of this question after at the end of this lecture. So if we have a input 4a is followed by 4b over the tape, and when we take an input to build a Turing machine, it doesn't mean that Turing machine works for this input only. It works for whole language. By taking an input, we just try to build a logic that works for the all inputs of the language. So suppose we have a input 4a 4b, and we are trying to build a logic by replacing the symbols one by one, and we know that here same number of a's followed by same number of b's. So for every a here there is a b in this side. So we read small a here and convert it to capital A. It means that we have read this A and marked it. Now we have to mark a B there. So we move to the right, leave all A's unchanged, and we will get a small b here, and we are going to convert this small b to capital B here. So in this way we marked a and marked a b. Now we have to repeat the same procedure. In this way, if we repeat the same procedure for all a's and all b's, then all a will be converted into capital A and all b will be converted into capital B. So here we marked one a and move to the right and get small b, convert it to capital B, and then we will try to find second a from this corner. We leave everything else here, and from this symbol we move to this direction. Now we will get more small a's. We leave it as it is. We will get more small a's here, this small a, then we will get capital A, and we are sure that there must be something in the right of this capital A. There may be some more small a's. So here we read second A and we convert this second A to capital A. It remains as it is, and we move to right. We change this small a to capital A. Now we have to change one small b to capital B here from this side. So we move to this direction, leave it unchanged, move to this direction, leaving unchanged. Now in first case we get small b after the capital, we get the small b after the small a, but now we will get capital B, then we will get small b, and we will convert this small b to capital B and move to this direction. moving to left, leaving it as it is on the tape. We are moving to left from this capital B till this capital A. So we move till this capital A. We have capital A here and we have small b here. So in this way you marked 2A's and 2B. Here you have marked 1A and 1B, here 2A's and 2B. Now in the right of this capital A you may get more small a. Now you can change one small a to capital A, and now you have to find one small b. So moving in the right you will get some small a's, then some capital B's, then small b, and you will change this small b into capital B and move to the left. There are some a's here and there are small b here, and you are moving to left till this small a, this capital A, because at the right of this capital A there may be a small a's. So you move to this direction. From this capital B you move to left, you will get capital A, and you will try to find some small a in the right of this capital A. It remains as it is over the tape. So here you may find some small a again. So you convert this small a to capital A, and you have to find a small b. For this a there must be a b. So you move to the right. Here you will find a small b and change it to capital B, and moving toward the capital A, so that you can find more small a. You move to this capital A, as you always move to this capital A to find a small a in the right of capital A. Here you find a small a in the right of capital A. Here you find a small a at the right of capital A. But at the end, when you have marked all small a's, then you will not find small a in the right of capital A. You will find capital B. You will find capital B in the right, and you will check there are all capital B's and there is a blank at the end. There is capital B, capital B, capital B, capital B, and blank, and here you will reach to halt. You may halt here by getting capital B, but you have to ensure that there are all capital B's, because input may be like this where we have more B's, suppose like this, and you mark this A, you mark this B, you mark this A, you mark this B, you mark this A, you mark this B, and here in the right you get capital B, but input still have some small b, and it means that b's are more here, so it should be rejected. So we have to make ensure that in the right of a capital A there is capital B and all are capital B's, so that we are sure that there are all capital B's for which there are all capital A's, so that language is A raised to power n, B raised to power n. Now using the same logic we will try to build Turing machine for the language A raised to power n, B raised to power n. Here this is the start state. Say start state is start state 1, and you will read first small a. You will read first small a, and here you change this small a to capital A, and you are moved to the right. You will get more small a's, then you will reach to small b and change it to capital B. So here you will get first small a and change it to capital, and moving to right you may get more small a's, leaving it unchanged here. Then you will get a small b and change it to capital B. Here by changing this b to capital B you have to move into left direction, so that you can get more small a in the right of this capital A. So here you have to move to the left. In left you will find some small a's, and you will move to the left till you get capital A. Here by moving to the left you will find a capital A, and in the right of this capital A you will find again a small a. So here you change this small b to capital B. Moving to left you will find, here you change this small b to capital B. You change small b to capital B, and then moving to left, in left you can find more small a's, then you will find a capital A, and in the right of this capital A you will find another small a, so that you can repeat the procedure from this place again. You marked 1A, 1B, reaching to this place, and in the right of this there is a small a, you can change this to capital A and move forward to find another small b. So here you get capital A, in the right of you may get more small a's, then you will convert this small a to capital A, then leaving all small a's. Now you will not find a small b. After a small age you will find, when you moving to this direction you change this a, you will get a small age. Then before getting a small b you will get some capital B's that you already changed. So here you will get some capital B's, then you will get a small b. So by moving to right, after changing this a, you will get a small a, then capital B, then a small b, and similarly you change this small b to capital B, you change this small b to capital B, and moving to this direction till this a. So you will find capital B's, then a small b while moving to the left. So here you change this small b to capital B, moving to left, then you will get some capital B, then small a, then capital A. Similarly for another small a you will change it to capital A, then small a, then capital B, then small b, and after converting this small b you will get capital B, then small a, then capital A. So in this way you will repeat the procedure. But at the end, when you change this small a to capital A, and then you get capital B, then you get a small b, and converting this small b to capital B you will get capital B, here you will get capital B, and reach to this capital A. In the right of this capital A, the last capital A, you will find capital B. You will not find a small a in the right of this capital A, which one is the last one. So here instead of finding small a you will find capital B, and this is the condition where you are ensuring that you are at the end, there is no small a left. So you will get capital B, and you will check all are capital B's here. So there may be more small b's, more capital B's, then you will reach to this blank, you will reach to blank, and here you will halt. So in this way we have designed the Turing machine for A and Bn. This is start state 1, this is 2, this is 3 and 4. Here halt state is the state 5. So what will be the condition here? Here you will see that from start to halt you need at least one capital B. There may be more than one, but there must be one capital B. And by getting one capital B, it means that you have changed some small b to capital B here. Otherwise you will not get capital B. You will get capital B only when you change some small b to capital B, and it's mean that you have already changed some small a to capital A also. So if you get one capital B, it's mean that you change one small b to capital B and one small a to capital A. So it means that there is at least one A and one B. So it is for n greater than equal to 1. And here we change the strategy. We are not making blank, because when you make blank, when you design the Turing machine by converting the corners into blank, 1a here and 1b to blank, you will get blank at the end. From the start, by getting blank, you will reach to final. When you change everything into blank, you will get blank in the right of blank and reach to the halt state. But here you are not ensuring that there is at minimum 1a and 1b. You can reach for n equal to 0 also, because in n equal to 0 there is no a no b. From start you get a blank and reach to halt state. But in today's Turing machine, you are ensuring that there is minimum one, you get at least one capital B. It means that there is at least one small b and one small a earlier in the tape, for which you changed it to capital B and for which you change it to capital A. So it is for L is equal to a raised to power n, b raised to power n greater than equal to 1. This is for the today's lecture. For other conditions we will continue in next lecture. Thanks for attending.